Good morning. Hi, everybody. Wanted to jump on this morning. I am sitting in front of my therapy session. I'm sitting outside the building of my therapy session. Let me jump right in and say uh, I love Jesus with all my heart. Um, I trust him with all of my heart, and I trust that he uses and equips doctors and therapists and things to help us along our journey. So I want to, just give a few minutes of awareness to mental health. Sorry, it was, it was, the sun is working this morning, so I had those glasses on. But mental health, man, y'all, is so important. It's more than okay to um, to trust God, to be a believer, and to also trust therapists, just like we trust a doctor to do surgeries or anything like that. It is the same thing for our mental health. It is so important, especially those of us who, uh, those of us who have battled and are battling um, cancer. Is so important to take care of your mental health. Uh, there is, when I do these videos, I like to, uh, well, what I want to try, what I want to start doing, excuse me, so early. What I want to start doing is giving resources until I'm able to get my nonprofit up and running to where you can just call, our office and get those resources. As I go on, I want to throw that out. So anyway, there is a thing called uh, ZocDoc, ZocDoc. Uh, when you Google it, it's a yellow thingy, and in there you can put your insurance information and everything. Find a um, find a therapist right there. So you don't have to go anywhere. You can do telehealth, or you can, for me, in person works better. I'm so over Zoom and uh, you know, pressing these links and all that stuff. So they have options, and it's I just found it really convenient for me. So let me let me also I wanted to try to do a couple videos before I went in. Uh, so we'll just see how it goes. Yesterday I talked about I think part 5 and 6. Okay, so this would be part 7, and I think I left off on oh yeah. So my my arm was numb. I was in a lot of pain, and it took them a while to calm that down. My mom was not able to come back and see me in the recovery room until uh, until my pain was managed. And so I so they managed my pain. They got me to finally wake up, and then they broke the news to me that the cancer was back, and that everything had to be taken out. The surgery, ended up being almost twice as long, just because everything was such a mess. Which, in hindsight, I'm like, I think, and this is why therapy is so important, because I there's a part of me that feels like the first hospital, and I don't want to say their name now because I don't want to get in trouble. But the first, the hospital that I was previously was dragging their feet to the point that it caused me to shift to the other hospital. And I just wonder, had they dealt with me more urgently and um, listen when I told them I was in pain and everything that was going on, instead of pushing, surgery further and further out, basically dealt with me like it was an emergency situation. I, I kind of feel like things would be different, but I don't know. I don't know. That's, I probably will never know, uh, but to that point, when you have something going on in your body and you feel like the doctors are not taking you seriously, go get another opinion somewhere else, see if they will uh, do something different or help you sooner. You as a patient, we as patients are never locked into a certain doctor. We have choices, we have options, and just never let any doctor, make you feel boxed in like like you have to go with them. Even for me, I really liked my oncologist, and so I was, dealing with him probably longer than I should have, but that could have cost me, something big. And again, I don't know. I won't necessarily say that they are the cause, but just don't just don't drag your feet when it comes to cancer. You want to get it out as soon as possible. You want to start treatment, if that's the route you choose to go, as soon as possible. So anyway, moving forward, because I got about 3 minutes for this video. um, so they fully woke up. They told me, and ironically, no, miraculously, because it was only God. um, I didn't cry, I wasn't sad. I took the information, and I'm like, okay, God knows best. Said, the cancer's come back again for a second time. They took out everything, which caused me to be in um, immediate menopausal state immediately. So they then got my mother, and I could just tell she was tore up. Uh, what I just found out the other day, and I'm giving y'all some information in real time, because I sat down with my mother the other day, and we had a conversation for the first time, asking her how she felt as I was going through cancer. We never had that conversation. And, sitting at Red Lobster, she had a lot of tears. And, you know, my family kept things from me to spare me, and I kept things from them to spare them. Do I think that that is necessarily the way to go through cancer? No. I feel like if you have a family and a support system, and you guys can lean on one another and talk about your feelings throughout, I think it would be a much better scenario. Because here it is, 2024, and we're talking about how you felt back in 2018 when I was first diagnosed, and moving through all through 2022. So anyway, going back, so she came in. I could tell she was tore up, and you know, she asked me how I was doing. She's like, looking at my face, she's like, oh God, they didn't tell her yet. And she's like, did they tell you? And my immediate response, not even purposefully, it just came out. And I looked at her and I smiled. I'm like, Mom, His grace is sufficient. And y'all, I mean, I could get out right now and shout in this parking lot. There is no way and no other reason for me to have that response to such a traumatic event in my life, other than God, other than Holy Spirit, literally shielding me and hovering. It was almost like he just did this. And uh, and I'm literally just now, almost 5 years later, kind of feeling the effects of not being able to carry my own child because I wanted it for so long. But y'all, if you trust God, even with the hardest thing, He's going to bring you through. Part 8 coming up later on.